What's up, Jammer Nation? Do you, like many South Carolina 17-year-old kids who have no sense, struggle with squatted truck syndrome? Well, SumoSprings has a solution for you.
Here it is, Ryan.
That's right, folks. For a simple low rate of I don't right now know, you too can have these and help prevent squatted truck syndrome.
How do we install them, Ryan?
Stay tuned.
All right, Ryan, what do you got going on here? Looks like you're doing some measuring.
Yeah, well, if anyone knows me, I'm really good at reading tape measures. It's anything in between the big number.
Yeah.
It's fractions.
Well, what is the big number?
Whatever number it says. So like right here, it says 2F. No,
Or it could mean 2 feet.
That's probably it.
So we're measuring the resting height.
Resting height before we add this sumo spring and before we add weight to the trailer. So next we'll put the trailer on and see how much she squats. These trucks with the factory leaf springs and shocks are kind of underrated for the size of the vehicle. One of the things I will be doing, and we'll have an upload eventually, is we'll be replacing all new leaf springs, all new shocks. It'll end up giving it about a 3-inch lift. But what we want to do now, just to get it so we can actually, it's safe and tow worthy and it's not, looks like a South Carolina squatted truck, allow it to tow safely without that sag.
We got this thing on the trailer.
Yeah.
And all the weight is off of our block, so all the tongue weight's there that we would normally have. We tried to level out the trailer as much as possible. So what we got for a squat?
We were at 24, and now we're at 22.
All right, so we lost 2 inches right there.
And I imagine, look, you can see the wheel well here.
Yeah, what do we got here?
We were at 24 when we started.
We might have gained.
I would think we probably gained at least, well, we only gained an inch.
All right, so we got an inch of lift in the front and 2 inches of squat in the back.
Right. And so because the Sumo Springs are made from a microcellular polyurethane, they're progressive. So, and they're capable of being compressed up to 70% of their natural non-compressed size.
So where are they gonna go exactly?
Your factory bump stops will get pulled down and removed, and then these will get inserted in their place. And so we're gonna climb under there real quick and show you guys the front where they're gonna go and the rear where they're gonna go. All right, guys, so if you see right here, there's a bolt there and a bolt there. There's that flat circular plate. That's gonna get removed, and that's where the new ones are gonna go in the front. So we'll show you where the back ones are at now. See that circle right there? That's your factory bump stop. That's where this one's gonna go. So pretty simple. You just gotta get those off, put the new ones on. Oh, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
I wish I had that stupid Harbor Freight ratchet.
Yeah. Would have been done by now.
Get to take a break, old man time.
Great.
We can only ratchet so many consistent ratchets back to back before we have to take a break. So we're going to take this plate, we're going to unscrew it from the Sumo spring.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know that unscrewed, so that's new.
I didn't either until yesterday.
Yeah?
And then we're going to mount this plate in this spot using this mounting hardware right here.
Yeah.
With Loctite.
Yep.
And then
well, that's a lock nut on it.
Yep, and the lock nut. Yep.
You really don't need the Loctite.
I think the Loctite's for the bushing.
For the bottom part?
Yeah.
Okay, the part for the blue part that screws in.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. I bet that piece of information's found in the instructions.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna find them in there. All right, and so now we need an Allen key and a whatever size nut that is, wrench.
Okay.
And so I'll just wait for you to get that.
We did read the instructions.
Yeah.
And we believe this is the correct orientation, the curve to the outside of the vehicle.
Yep. Flat
And,
plate to the inside of the frame.
Yeah, so we would recommend, if you're gonna do this, you could probably get some better tools than what we had, like maybe like an Allen wrench that goes on your ratchet. That might be helpful, or
which we have all that at the shop. We just don't have it here.
Or an air ratchet, or a battery powered ratchet. We have those. That would be helpful too. That would have made quick work of this. So the plan is we're gonna go ahead and go to the other side
take
it off, and then we will jack up the frame a little higher and
screw on the mount.
Screw the mounts on to the bottom here. Just isn't quite enough room right now with it squatted the way it is to get it up in there. So that's the plan. So that bump stock there, Ryan, looks a little puny.
That's the factory bump stop from Ford.
Yeah.
And it might be underwhelming. Of course it is.
It looks like something off a Toyota Corolla.
Of course it is the only one that's still there.
So here's our new.
Here's our new.
All right, that looks awesome and amazing, and that's the old one.
Yeah.
Look at that, like side by side here.
That's really awful.
Hold right there, right?
So that's really.
There we go. That's the difference between the two.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So we should see a dramatic improvement once we lower this down.
I would think so.
We're gonna jack it down.
Okay.
And we're gonna see how much we are squatting now.
Okay.
Should be less. Not only should it be less, but when we drive, the ride quality should be way better.
Yeah. Remember, it was 24 inches with no load at all.
At all. I'll tell you what, it's already easier to lower it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be on the bump stops now. The weight's off.
It's about, I think, didn't it drop it 2 inches before?
Yeah, so it was originally 26 inches. I
So-
mean, that looks way better, dude.
Yeah. So now we're like,
Holy cow. That looks way better.
yeah, it does.
That's amazing. 23 and a half.
23 and a half. 23 and a half.
And at stock, we're at 24.
So that's a half an inch. of
Half
squat.
an inch drop and you're fully weighted.
That's not too bad.
No, are you kidding me?
That
That's
looks
great.
amazing. Well, we had to know, look what we took off. It had to be an improvement. Right? I mean, let's just be real.
So the great part too is not only, guys, is it gonna, obviously it's gonna give you less sagging, but it's also gonna greatly impact your ride quality.
Yeah.
Because now instead of that axle slapping and banging, it's gonna progressively depress and create a cushion between there, so that way you get a better ride, overall ride.
All right, Ryan. I guess we're ready to go for a little ride.
Yeah, we'll see how these Sumo helper springies do.
All right. Sounds good. Let's go. All right, and off we go.
Yeah, we got her hooked up. We got a 2016 F-150 Platy on the trailer.
Yep.
So this is really going to be a representation of what we normally would carry, because we haul trucks. I mean, I'm going 50 miles an hour right now, and it doesn't feel like I'm towing a heavy load like I was. I can't wait for you guys to see the video that we got on the Sumosprkmgs as the suspension's undulating and going over all these curves and stuff. I'd love to see what that looks like.
Yeah. So tell everybody. I don't know if we mentioned this. What kind of vehicle is this exactly?
This is an 04 Excursion V10 6.8 4x4. So, but it feels really good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What is your first impression of the Sumosprkms?
So I've driven it without the trailer on it, and There was some body roll before, just looseness, not really in the steering because I've already replaced a bunch of those components. Just a sway, like if you're going fast and you go around a curve and you hit a bump while you're in the curve, it had this like rebound effect.
Well, there's a lot of weight above the frame line.
Yes, and that rebound effect is gone.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is gone. So like when you're now, I feel like it's stable and it's more stuck on the road than it was before all this.
Wow.
So that's a good thing.
Well, that's a great thing. I mean, anything that makes the vehicle more stable is going to make it safe.
Exactly.
And safety is our middle name.
Definitely my middle name, as I pulled out in front of a car.
Yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. You're going to find SumoSprings International and the link to their website down below in the description. We hope you guys loved this video. We had fun making it.
And stay tuned, guys, because on the next video with this vehicle, we're going to be Raptor lining.
What?
So stay tuned. And on that note, we'll see you next time.